Hi, everybody. So, I have decided that I'm going to do, please, bless the hair, people. So, okay, terrible start, but that's how my life is, and I want this to run completely through all together without being edited just because I want it to be me and just me. So, I had decided that in the new year, I was going to pay more attention to my YouTube channel and whatnot. Well, this is May. January, February, March, April, May. We're almost 4 months in. So obviously that didn't happen. Little bit about what happened. January was a tough month after Christmas, of course. Lots of things went on. For those of you who know, you guys have probably seen the background in our old place. We had a trying January. And then when it comes right down to it, like the rent was too high for us. We were trying to live day by day. I was just getting back into work after my back injury. So many things were going on. Issues with the kids and just life. Like lots of you say, and you know who you are, life be life. And so just life. Um, February hit, and February here was a bit of a warm month, and there was one weekend that we had flash flooding. Yes, my darlings, in February in Newfoundland, we had flash flooding. I don't know what percentage of Corner Brook, which is where I am, flooded, but a good percentage because I had been talking to people from different areas that I had to contact about it, and a lot of people's had their basement flooded. So, anyways, we were renting, as you know, and me and my husband came home to about 2 inches of water in our basement. Now, I'm not going to tell the whole story because it's not for me to put it there, but in the jigs and reels of it, we got blamed for the flooding because there was apparently a drain outside that we did not know about, and it ended up bringing the water into the house. Now, remember the fact that I had said it was flash flooding. So, in my opinion, in my husband's opinion, and several others, like this little drain wouldn't have been able to handle the amount of water anyways. It still would have came into the basement because there was a lip at the basement that it would have came in. It would have made it past anyways. Would it have flooded as much? Probably as not. But I think over time, yeah, it was only about 2 inches of water in the basement, but that's it. We had a flood. Landlord came down, started clearing away. He dug up some of the crushed rock that was over said drain that we didn't know about and blamed us for the flooding because apparently we covered it. So this was February's long weekend because we have used to be winter carnival. Now it's more like a family day. It was family day as well, I guess, then, but usually it was winter carnival, but with the pandemic and everything on the go, we haven't had winter carnival in a few years. Hopefully this year, because it is a Corner Brook tradition. But this was the Friday of a long weekend, so Monday was a holiday, and we had less than 10 days on a long weekend to find somewhere to live because we had to be out by the end of the month. Now, he had said that he had given us, he was going to be nice and he wasn't going to kick us out immediately because on the sheet that he gave us, we made the house unlivable by flooding it. And this is where I'm going to pull a Forrest Gump and say that's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, that happened. So we had that time to find somewhere for me, my husband, my kids, my dog, and our cat to live. So, coming up to the end of it, we had found someone to foster the dog with help. We had found somebody who would foster the cat. My son was going to go with my brother and his wife, which was, they volunteered, which was so sweet of them. So he was gone. He was going to go with his aunt and uncle in a small apartment, by the way. So like they were putting themselves out, but God love them for taking him. And then my husband was going to go to his mom's house because they have just one bedroom in their house now, since the boys, there was two of them, had grown up. They had turned Stephen's old bedroom into a laundry room so that his mom wouldn't have to go up and down the stairs to do the laundry, which it just makes sense. And his brother's old room was where he was going to stay. So now we don't have anywhere for me or my daughter to stay yet. So me and my daughter keep looking. Um, everybody, everybody said no. Now, before you get upset at my family and my friends, because I'm sure you're thinking, oh, a lot of them had very good reasons why they couldn't take her. My daughter is 18. She was turning 19 in March. So she really doesn't take any, but you got to realize when you bring someone into your home, like you're also giving up your privacy for that amount of time because you have somebody who's not your immediate family in your home. So I understand that. And for some of the family that wouldn't take her, I know it's because they had taken people in their whole lives. And they were to that point that they said they would never take anybody else in. And to go back on that would have made a lot of other people mad, even though, circumstances being what they are. So, was I mad at all these people? Or initially, I was upset. I was hurt. I was really hurt. Mad, no. Hurt, yes, because I was scared. There's nowhere for me and my daughter to go. So, anyways, my in laws, God love them, took me, my husband, and my daughter in. We put my son's small bed in the laundry room. God love her, her night lamp was on the washer. And I stayed with my husband in the spare room. So we had that figured out. We tried to get a storage unit for our things, and everything was full. I phoned 3 different storage areas in our area. Not one of them had storage to put our things. What are we doing with all our stuff? Back to my dear beloved in laws, whom I will never be able to repay for everything that they did. Their basement turned into our storage area. All of our stuff was in their basement. A full house. 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, a living room, a basement, kitchen. It was all in their basement. Fun times. So, meanwhile, we're going back and forth to work. Laura's helping Nanny out, you know. Um, and we're thinking, it's hard, but God love them. They're helping us the best they can. And, same thing. Seniors living on a fixed budget and taking us in and not wanting anything for it. Like, again, I cannot praise them anymore for the help that they gave us because it was just unbelievable. It was unbelievable. So, here we are at Nanny's and Poppy's. And my husband comes home sick from work. He's not feeling very good, right? So, okay, that's Thursday. Friday, he made it maybe an hour or two into work and had to go home, which is really weird because he's one of those that will suffer it out. But he was really sick and he had to go home. So we get home, we do a home kit, and someone got hit with the vid. So now we're at his elderly parents' home, where if they get it, it could be really bad. A couple days in, and me and my daughter are not feeling good. We go get tested, comes back positive. So now that's three of us in with his elderly parents. And of course, we were all sick. My daughter, God love her, she must have the best immune system in the world because it was just like a little flu to her. My husband had a couple days where he was just, and people say, well, you have to be separated. How are we being separated? We're in one little room. We got to stay away from his parents because we don't want them to get sick, especially his mother. And where else am I going to go? Where am I going to sleep? Out in the shed? So of course I'm going to catch it, right? But I caught it the absolute worst. Meanwhile, we're still looking for a place to live. By total grace of God, and I am not a highly religious person, but I'm going to say it that way. By the total grace of somebody looking over us, we found a place to live. And we found a place to live within a month. Half a month, really, because we moved in here. We paid damage deposit 17th of March, 3 weeks after we moved into Stephen's parents. So we got a new place, which was awesome, and I love it here. But this is like all these things are happening. Then my son and daughter's birthdays are at the end of March, so get through that. All kinds of flus are going around. COVID's still going around. Everything is still pretty high and tight here. So now we're trying to get all of our other bills from the old place done so that we can get it. And it's a whole thing. I'm sure I don't even need to explain it because you guys know. I've been watching all kinds of budget shows, and I was like, that's it. I'm getting us on a budget. It's going to be good. We're going to do the binders. We're going to do the envelopes. I haven't been able to do that yet because we still catching up. But I am going to. I've got them all ready. I just got to get to that point where we can. Okay, so that's my short story long on why I didn't do this. So now, my plan for my channel was to change the name, which I still think I'm going to, but I'm going to give it a little bit before I change it, let a few people see this video. And instead of Lil's Polished Queens, I'm going to call it Lil's Polished Life. Because I'm going to continue to make my life the way that I want to make it. Now, like I was saying, jigs and reels of it, a lot has went on. I'm going to try to get into my budgeting, and if I do, not if, when I do, I will do some videos when I do my envelopes and things like that, like the budget community does. So I'm going to do some of that. I have joined Tops. If anybody doesn't know what Tops is, which you really should, just it's like Weight Watchers, but it's Tops. It's taking off pounds sensibly. I've joined them, and when I started out, so far I have lost 3.2 pounds. So I'm very happy with that. I missed last Wednesday's weigh-in because I was sick. So I've been sick this week. And God bless my work because they're so patient and they've helped me out so much. And I'm finally getting to a point where I can work more now that my back is starting to come along. My feet are starting to come along because I've got plantar fasciitis as well. Everything is starting to come along so that I can get more hours, and that'll help us in this area. I'm still going to do my nail videos because you guys know I absolutely love my Color Street. Color Street is a passion for me. So that's why I want to change this into Lil's Polished Life, because I want to elaborate a little bit more about my life, and I'd like to do like little shorts with my kids and stuff. Now, when I say kids, guys, I have older kids. My daughter is 19 and my son is 13, but they're both on the autism spectrum, and my daughter is not out working due to various reasons, one being a social anxiety and some other things. So, they're my kids. And my son is cognitively behind a little bit, so, which is absolutely fine. They're both coming along fine. We're doing well as a family. Me and my husband have found a new balance, and being at his mother's and sick together and things like that have really given us that closeness that we needed, I think, in our relationship. So I feel very well there. So, what I'm going to say is that's where I'm going to go forward in this journey for me. I hope you guys will still join me, and I'm hoping to meet so many more people. Right now, I know I only have like 30 subscribers, but that's fine. This is kind of like a video diary for my life as well, so that I can see the changes that I have made and the strives that I've made, and how this year is going to be more fulfillment for myself and for my family. We have an incentive that has been placed in front of us by our team with Color Street, and I really want to win that incentive, and that follows through June, July, and August. So if anybody wants to do a party, let me know. I would love to host an online party for you, and of course, U.S. or Canada. It doesn't really matter because Color Street is in both. As soon as they came here, I was really excited because I was waiting for them to come here for a very long time. I need to get my skin regime back down because wearing masks has gotten me completely broke out. It's Some of these are dark and they're just not going to go away, but hopefully some will. My skin is so sensitive. Uh, and about anything else that I would like to talk about on here, really, because I want to share with you guys. I don't know, maybe my journey will help somebody else's journey. Maybe it won't. And that's fine too. That's fine too. Maybe I'll get more subscribers, maybe I won't. But I'm a firm believer that if you put it out there, people who are your tribe and are your people will come. Just like everybody else that says it on the cash stuffings and the budgeting channels and the arts and crafts channels and everybody that I watch on Facebook, because I've subscribed to so many wonderful, wonderful people. Um, like, let me give you some examples. I watch Miss K. Miss K, I really like her. I like Erica Budgets, Black and Blue, um, Jordan Budgets. I absolutely love her. And then Karen Puzzles, I love them. Leona's Workshop, she's in her apron. There's just so many, and I'd like to probably do a call out on each one of mine. Two people that I have subscribed that I really, really like, and just talk a little bit about their channels. Maybe you guys would like to see their channels because I find them interesting, so I don't see why anybody else wouldn't. And I have so many friends who do different things as well. Like I have a friend with Chuck Couture. I have a friend with, oh my gosh, I think almost every single Park Lane Jewelry. I'm in Norwex Wrap as well, but I'm not as active with that. That's something I got to get better at. There's so many people that I know that do so many wonderful companies that I would like to be able to support them as well. Because, we're all just ladies and gents, because there is a man budgeter, 30 and Broke, I believe is his name. And we're all just trying to make a better life for ourselves and for our family, right? That generational wealth that you're trying to bring down. And when I say wealth, I don't just mean with money, I mean with knowledge and with compassion and with love, like that kind of wealth as well. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down below and I will answer any questions that you have. I will leave the name up right now for a little bit. I'll probably change it in a couple of weeks or maybe even the beginning of June. I might do that. Hi, baby. So I'm going to leave it at that. And hopefully you guys will join me and we'll share each other's lives from here on through. All right. Thank you so much, and we will see you next one.